What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, as they say. All right, we're back for another live stream. My name is Keith. I'm the community manager of the golf club here at HB Studios, and I'm back to try and build another hole here on the putt-putt course. Let's go back and take a look what we got so far. That was the first hole. I'm going to play through them, see how we do. Um, Second hole, just a little anthill type thing. Pretty simple, but could be kind of devious if you miss your putt. It's makeable. I've made it on the first putt. This one we were working on last time. Kind of that slope at the top here makes it little bit tricky. The ball can stop up there, so it's possible you get off to the sides though. I think I had checked this spot, and I think that was working okay. Hey, G-Dog, how's it going? Congrats on the VR trailer. Looks great. Thanks. Yeah, it's a big announcement that was announced today. VR, TGC VR, going to be on the HTC Vive. That's the focused one right now. Not 100% sure if it'll come out to the other platforms just yet, but it'll definitely be on that one. Pricing and date will be to be announced. It looks pretty cool. Unfortunately, I work from home, so I don't have a Vive, and I can't actually experience the goodness and talk about how it actually works. Hoping maybe I can get the demo unit sent to me. Not holding my breath, not holding my breath. But that would be awesome. But no, I have not personally played it myself. I've never actually even experienced the VR either. I've looked, I know Best Buy, there are some Best Buys. The closest one to me, I think, is over an hour away. So I'm not planning to make a special trip to go check it out. I think they have the Sony VRs, but if if I happen to be out that way for some reason, I'll definitely stop in. I'm so curious to see it. I've just never experienced it myself. If anybody in chat, if you guys have used the VR before, what do you think? What's your impressions of it? Hey Mello, how's it going? So here's number 4. Kind of started up this is working on some of the angles here. This is kind of just for show there. Don't even really, well, actually it's kind of there so you can't go that way. I guess that's why I did that. But I may cut some, let's do that. Let's make it a little symmetrical here. Kind of make these nice. Can we fit? Yeah, it could work. Try and squeeze this in there as best we can. That's not bad, but it's just off a little bit. How's that? That's pretty good. Yeah. Oh shoot, no, that's no good. That didn't look good. Oh, that might be a little tough here. Oh, I don't. Why do I have the? That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I didn't want the curve section. There we go. That's better. Ooh, that's got a little nick there, but I'm not going to point that out. You didn't notice that. All right, so idea here, boom, you take it off this rail. It's going to kick off here. So a pretty simple hole. We'll call this a par 2. But I'm going to play through. Got another idea for using some of these boards. Also kind of make some, I guess my controller again. Make sort of like those upside down V, or make regular V's, and so you got to try and fit into the little spots. We'll see if I can pull that off. G-Ducks, yeah, they're pricey bits of kits. Yeah, I think here in US dollars, 800 or something like that. For me, I'm gonna have to experience that firsthand before I I jump into that little foray there. But so let's go ahead. Let's give this another play here, and then while we're playing, if you guys have any ideas, or certainly maybe I'll come up with a few ideas as we're. Love the idea. This little putting test. Yeah, it's something a little fun, something a little different. Um, so again, it's a little sneaky because there is a tiny bit of slope. I didn't want to destroy you on the first hole. So I don't want to make this thing really super small, so it's pretty simple to get through, but there is a little bit of a slope there. It's not big. I could make it bigger, but might be just enough to make it a little tricky. I mean, if you hammer it, uh-oh, did it get by? Oh, okay, it got by. Yeah, it's fairly easy, but um, it's the first hole. I might I might have to mix this up a little bit because the tendency is to always end up over in this spot. So maybe make it a little trickier on the putt. Maybe a little more break to this side over here. There's definitely more break when you get over here, but it's kind of difficult to get over in that section. So, but I love the, oh, I hit that too hard. But I love the boards, the way the retaining walls. This has worked out really nice. I'm not gonna, if I want to do any kind of elevation, which I definitely have some interesting thoughts for that. I'm not going to be able to use this though because obviously the ground, once it gets up too high, these are going to come out of the ground. So um, I might have to go with those for now and then use like rocks or something if I want to do, sort of what are borders? Alex says the boards are cool. Yeah, I like the way it's kind of laid out. All right, so this is the second one. Looks right, pretty simple. Not much to it, but can be devious. It's got a little bit of break to the right there, so if you come out this way, I think it's definitely possible to make this. The greens are, oh my, I hit that way too hard. Greens are fast, 187. Wow, that was pretty terrible. All right, let's see what we can do. Oh my, I hit it. Oh, okay. That way too hard again. All right. As you can see back there, I had a little plant on the side. I was kind of playing around with what I could do to spruce. Oh, how'd that stop? Spruce things up. Try and do a little planting. Maybe I could do little planter boxes at the start of each tee box or something. All right, so this one a little bit difficult. These aren't really going to be not going to hurt you at the start, but if you come down off the hill, you could end up getting behind some of these. So yeah, just some ideas. I mean, certainly I'm totally open if you guys have more ideas or things you think I should add. I'm all for that. Let's see if we get that up the hill. Now what happens now? It could stay up there. Nope, that's gonna come down. Oh, yeah, that's right. I wanted to fix that. A couple of spots I need to see if maybe I could shorten up a board here too, so we don't have that sticking out. There's a little bit of stuff going on there. Oh, that jumped right to the left. Does it stay? Oh, no. No, no, no. So you see those, I don't know. Not sure if I should move some of these. I don't want it to be totally brutal, but maybe might add another one or two of the boards, so the little poles here. Make it a little bit tricky. Stay there now. It should stay up against. There we go. A little bit tough. Not much I could do though. It's kind of hard not being able to do the boards. The boards are perfect because they're so low that you can see right over. Maybe a windmill. Maybe when I do my TGC2 putt-putt course, I can do that. But can't do that right now. Okay, so this is the one I was finished on last time. I think if you give it a good whack here, it might be possible. Might be possible to make that. I don't know. I haven't put any kind of break in, so that's the basic. The hole's very basic at the moment, so that's what I've got so far. Decent little start. Still some work to do for sure. Oh yeah, so let's do this. I want to throw in I find it easier just to jump off here and let's go over here. Let's add a little flavor to this this hole here. So that chances are, well, got to be careful that I don't get. I don't want to make it so that you could jump over the boards, because if you do, well, then it's game over, because you're never going to get back again. So you got to be careful about raising it up. It might be raised just a bit too much. Let's see if we can go here. Try and get some of this. Trying to just jump this down a little bit. I think that's okay now. That could work, but that should put a little. Let's see what happens here. Well, that's fairly. Nope. That's not. So if you get over here by the boards, what happens? Say you come back over here, what does it look like? It still seems fairly flat, though. Yeah, still kind of flat. Ah, man, it's hard to tell. I don't want to make crazy, silly stuff. Keep it semi-realistic, I guess you could say. But all right, so let's go back here. So I think 2 is all right. I think we could work with that. Like, this is what I was talking about here. So if you use the little tea caddy thing, you can sort of make it like a planting bucket. There are 2 plants in there. Almost looks like there's 2 sets of plants in there, but I don't think so. I could do something like that on each one, and maybe straighten up this board. This board, why is it like that? Not sure. Why not we do this? Have it a little bit straighter. You know what? Sometimes it's easier just to move it out of the way and then move it again, because now you get the. You see the board where it was kind of sits there. The only downside is now picking up the other side of the board. This controller makes it really difficult. And this is where snapping is going to come in really nice. Whoa, did you see that? You can see it like goes up and then just kind of shoots to the left. I know I didn't hit that properly. It's a little difficult. I'm getting the other side of the board here. Making a mess now. Making a mess. It's better. It's better. All right, so wonder maybe this one. Maybe we'll move this one over here just a bit, just to mess around with you just a little more. Maybe might put in one more. Let's go walls, retaining walls. Maybe we'll throw in one more just to make it interesting if you come down off that slope. All right, and see, I would put more over here, but it's really not going to come into play, so I'm not going to bother. Now let's see what happened here. Yes, I got a big one. We don't need a big board like that. We could go with the smaller one if we want to line it up with the. Probably go with the smallest board here. I'm going to pull it back here. Hopefully we don't get that little glitching going on there, but I want to try and shorten it up so it doesn't really run through like that. It doesn't run through the bridge. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't perfectly lined. It's kind of difficult to get those super lined. Like I said, the snapping feature is going to be quite awesome. You could build a straight line in 5 seconds, just hammer them right out. All right, so I think maybe we'll go with that for number 3. Number 4. Anything else we should do, or should I leave it? I kind of like the fact that you could possibly get the hole in one if you can somehow find the spot nice on the board, match up the power. I think you can get that angle out there. Not 100% sure, but I think you can. All right, so so we go with that. It's kind of an interesting Oh, what we should do though is we gotta be careful though. Is when you sculpt this, I want to be careful not to raise it up over the board. So we could play around with some of the. We could just move this around a little bit and kind of create some. Let's play it now and see what happens. I don't want it to be. Blue, good evening, Keith. How you doing? Doing good. How about you? No football tonight, so I get to watch the HB stream. Excellent. Excellent. Doing a little putt-putt course here, a little 9-hole putt-putt course. So let's take a look at that. That makes it a little more interesting. The question is, let's see what happens, though. I don't know if I'm going to get off the board with that slope, so what if we just hammer it? Whoa, sorry. I had a sneeze. I think I heard something. Um, hmm. Good thing hopefully I muted that and just didn't blow everybody's eardrums out. I think I got the mute in time. So I don't know if this is going to come off the wall with that slope. We may have to make a little amendment there. Yeah, okay, that's not going to work. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. And we're going to have to flatten that out. Let's go back here. I think if I flatten that back out, oops, let's see. Okay. I might have to just lower this section because I can't really have you, if it hits this and goes to a slope, it's never going to come off that wall. So I might have to try and just sort of angle it down. Thanks, Blue. It says, bless you. All right, let's try that. So what if, can I use raise? Maybe I could use raise. What if we try, if I try and use this? Nope. Actually, go this way. What if we do something like this? Now, oops, get off there so we can see the new lines. Hey, it doesn't want to pick up the lines for me. All right, let's do this. Let's just play it. Let's just play it and see what it looks like now. That might be, well, it's all kind of going into a middle section. Well, let's try it. Best way is just trial and error here and see what happens. Oh, okay. That comes off there pretty nicely. My putting's not going to be too difficult, but that could work. Oh, yes. Blue says, do you know if retaining walls, etc. will snap together in TGC2? It's hard work lining them up as it is. Yes. Confirmed. Confirmed. So when you go to do it, here, I'll show you. I can't actually truly show you because this is TGC1, but I'll show you what I'm referring to. So you come to wall, say, and we'll go to this. So when you pull up a retaining wall now, or whatever kind of wall, over here, you're going to have a button that's going to say snap on. I don't know if it says snap on or wax on, wax off, snap on. So by default, it's off, but when you hit, I forget, it's one of these on the Xbox controller. It's one of the old start and menu buttons. So you turn it on, and as soon as you lay this first one down, when you go to move, there's when you place one, it always kind of gives you the second one to work with where you want to move it. as soon as you move, boom, it just goes right to the end of it, and it attaches right there, perfect. So I did I had like a pond, sort of, just play testing thing. I just had sort of a circular type pond with, I mean, I had it rounded on the side and then kind of went down, not perfectly straight, but I mean, I just went around, ding, 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 and just kept hitting move and hit the A button, you know, moving, hit the A button, and, oh, sorry guys, I forgot to get rid of that. Get rid of that phone, bear with me. Call from 1984971. I'll get rid of that. Get out of here, phone. So you just move it, hit the A button, keep moving and hitting the A button, and they just snap together, move right along. I mean, I built it right along, and I don't know how long it took me, a minute maybe, and I was able to put it all the way through. And the really cool part is if you go to these wooden posts, those will snap into the corners of the retaining wall, so it snaps onto kind of where the seams are. I mean, it's so ridiculously easy. It's so awesome. And then I did a bridge, same thing. Like when you try and oh, not that. Like a bridge, like especially when you want to do like one of these guys. I don't have any water around here. You're not gonna be able to see. Oh, here you go. When you try and line up these, it's so hard to try and you're sitting there trying to get this perfect and you can't get it lined up. But you just turn that snapping on and I mean literally it's about as quick as going. You just hit it, tap, 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 tap. That's about as fast as it goes. It is very, very easy to lay down a straight bridge all the way down. Then it will allow you to twist it too. It'll stay, sort of snapped on that one point at least. And so you can make a little bit of a curve. You just have to be careful you don't make too much of a curve. Obviously, you're going to end up with a gap where these two posts are, but it will snap into a corner so you can do it boom right away. And I think a lot of the things I thought I remembered, I think it was Paul maybe mentioning wanting to do that for stairs as well. I have not tested that recently, but definitely the bridges and the retaining walls, any of the walls, those all work, and it is quite nice, quite nice. It's very, very easy to use, so that part is cool. Blue says, excellent, that'll save so much time. Definitely get me back to the designer. Yeah, it's really nice. I think everybody's gonna love how quick it is to do that type of stuff. It's a huge time saver. All right, so let me start working on another one here. I mean, all of these I'm gonna need to kind of come back and play around with, but I'd like to try and do an idea of a general idea of what I had in mind. Like I said, I do want to do some hilly ones. I'm just gonna have to do something different. This one is not gonna, well, I was kind of thinking of something that would sort of run, maybe we could. Let's move this over. I could do it coming down. What if we make this all, let's try this. We're gonna make this one. Let's create surface, green. Make this all green. I think I would just put light rough around. I think it's already set there. So, shoot. I was gonna make this out of the boards. I can't do it on a hill though. Let me look and see what. Well, let's take a look. I know I can't do it with the boards on this type of hill, but can we do it? Can we do it with? See, I wanted to use. Well, I suppose I could use this. I was thinking of coming. Look at my controller. I'm not even touching anything. I think I might might be time for a new controller. What is going on here? I was thinking of something sort of like this, where you could make like little gaps, you know? Sort of make something kind of like this. And so, well, I want to make it farther though. I might back up the T-box, so can I maybe make some little slopes so you don't know? The only, well, you could end up, you could end up going through that middle section. I think I got to, well, hmm, hmm. What if we did this and separated? This is the smallest wall, unfortunately. They're all much longer than that. It's the smallest size there is. I could make, what I could do, we could make something like this, put a wall so that way you can't fit through, and then I'll move these over to the side, the edges, and then make it so, hmm, I'll tell you, what about like this? Oh, there. If we did something like this. Okay, let's go. We go like right about here. Now I'm gonna move these out like so, and I want to put it right here so that if you miss, like that, this one will be over here, and this one do something like this. Now the idea is that if you can hit this little spot, this is going to give you the better angle. So maybe we'll could put some boards or something here, or maybe another. Let's get another. All right, this has got potential. I think. Let's go. Let me try. Let's see what the retaining wall looks like. Oh, okay. This could work. This could work. I didn't want it to be buried, but maybe I could lower the land a little bit. What if we did something to this effect? So that I would like to make it so if you can make it through this one, you're going to come down, hit the board, and you're going to go towards the pin. If you can't, it'll get off there. Hold on. So if you miss this one, it should hit this wall and come across, and it should, if I can get the slope right, it could feed you into this little spot. And then going through this spot, though, will take you farther away from the flag. So the whole concept is to try and make sure you get through, that little spot there. I might make this a little farther, but let's see what happens. Oh, this has got potential. Potential. I could back the hole up. I could back the hole up farther, so because if you're coming down this big slope, I could make it back here somewhere. Okay, all right. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's save that. Yeah, so we talked about the VR. Kevin, certainly if anybody has experience with it, I'd definitely like to hear about it because oh, I think I might need to make some, okay, hold on. Let's do this. I'm definitely curious about it. Unfortunately, like I said, I work from home, not in the studio, so I haven't had a chance to experience it. I wish I did so I could tell you my experience, but But I've never actually even seen VR in person. I've never actually tried it. No, let's do this. Let's get it this way. Got to make sure that we don't have a gap there. Thinking this way, that way if you miss, it'll kick off. Kind of hard to get these. This part. There's going to be a little notch at the top. I don't know. There's not much I can do there, but I want to have it so that if you miss your target here, hopefully it'll feed you back. We can angle those up a little bit. Okay. Now it was pretty simple to get through there, but we could remedy that by throwing a little wrench in the plans here and do something like so. Whoa. Could mix up a little, get some bumps and humps and bumps in there, make it a little trickier so it's not just a straight line there, but it still might be pretty simple. I don't know. I don't want to make it so tiny, but let's try. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Let's see if I'm way off and what happens. All right. Or it just still goes through. Because now I put those humps and bumps. I thought it was going to go off. All right. That was actually halfway decent. Let's go back. All right, let's try this. So let's make sure we don't go through. There we go. What happens now? Does it get stuck on the wall? Of course. I don't want that to happen. Mela says, did you watch the Ryder Cup? I did. I watched. I wasn't glued to the TV, but I was out and about on Friday. I watched a bunch of it, and Saturday I saw bits and pieces, a fair share of it, and then Sunday I was out in the morning, and I got back, and I probably turned it on when the first match was around 12 or so, 12, 13th hole, and then I was switching back and forth between NFL football and the Ryder Cup. So I had it up. I had the Ryder Cup on my PC here, so I could see the scores and things. All right, so this isn't quite what I want to happen. So we might have to make maybe this. I think if we make this wall, let's try. Oh, whoa, that's weird. I hit move and I got this huge giant wall. That's not what I want. There we go. We might need to make this at a much steeper angle so that it'll come off there. It's got a funky little corner there, but could still. But the problem is now well, it's okay. Let's move this back here first and then repick it. Let's pick it back up again. It's okay because we do. I mean, this one we want to be for sure that you're going to get through. We don't want you to. I don't want you to get caught up. So that's okay. That it's a much bigger gap. All right, now let's try it. See what happens. Blue says I forgot about the Ryder Cup already. It was our time. We were due. You guys had 3 in a row, so come on now. But yeah, no, there was the U.S. played very well. Typical, they weren't missing all these putts that they usually miss. Obviously, when you have the caliber of these players, it's always coming down to the putting and things. So U.S. didn't miss. They didn't miss as often as they have in the last few years. But they played very well. So. Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna have to change that too. Oh man. All right, this is gonna be tricky to get this to work just perfectly, but could be one of those things where, look at that. Why is it doing that? when I move it, it becomes a huge wall. That's interesting. Okay. This one, maybe we'll do this. So we'll make it a much steeper angle to this one. I need my snap. Okay, that could work. All right, so it still might not be enough. I might, you know what? Gotta be. Oh, uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, I had it. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna make this a. Let's make it even steeper here, just to be sure, because I really gotta have. I really want this ball to go through. I don't really want it to get stuck up here. Oops. That's a pretty good seam there. All right, let's try that and see how that works. And once we have this down, oops, then we can, come on, get around. Oh, yes, okay. That worked. Ah. Could be okay, actually. Desert Blue says, yeah, we were totally outplayed this time. Yeah, I mean, I was surprised, actually. I mean, I don't know. You can't always say the final score was, you can't judge it truly by that, because I'm sure those last few matches that were out there, once it was pretty much over, I mean, it's got to be hard to stay focused and stay up for those matches when you know it doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess still you'd like to have it still counts towards your record, but you'd have to imagine there may have been a couple of wins at the end that, you know, if it had been tied going to those last few matches, could they have finished differently? Probably. Not saying the European player gave up, but certainly your motivation and everything else has got to be dampened a little bit when you know you can't win the cup. So I think it was closer, certainly, than the final score, uh, but it was entertaining. Man, those first couple of matches, Reed and McIlroy and Garcia and Mickelson, that was unreal. All right, so that actually worked nice when it just crept out of there. I actually liked the fact that it ran out and went past. What I could actually do something where I take the boards and actually bring the boards back out this way and swing them around. So that way, if you are running this way, you'll run out farther. I don't want to bring the boards too close, because then you don't really get penalized for missing that spot. So let me see if we did that. I like to try and use these boards as much as possible if I can. So how about, no, let's go here. I want to jog this out this way and kind of make it a penalty area, so that this is so hard. This is why I don't like to do retaining walls when I build my courses. Long bridges and retaining walls are not, oh my, I had it, messed it. There we go, that should be good. All right, so let's go back to this. Now I think, is that enough? We could make it a little bit far. Let's go one more. Let's go one more. I want to make it definitely be a penalty area, so it gives you a tougher part coming back. All right, let's go there, and then we'll bring this one, and I'll try and attach it up here. Get out of there. There we go. Can see a little better without that yellow on there. And it's gonna have to be good. All right, so let's think about. I'm gonna leave Well, hold on. Let's look at this first. We only had 5. Reed definitely played well. We only had 5 out of the 12 that played well. Not really, whereas the US team didn't really carry anyone. Spieth was the only one struggling on the US team, I thought, at least compared to his potential. Yeah, I mean, you think of Spieth obviously with the majors and everything else, and I did think he would play a little bit better, but yeah, tough one. All right, let's do this. Let's see if we can get. So what happens if someone were to just go here and try and go right down this section? And I missed it. Yeah, everything does kind of slope. Where does that go? Okay, that's kind of what I wanted. All right, so it runs out pretty good. Let's go back. It appears I need to go over this way a little more. Miss it. There we go. All right, that's what I wanted. Okay. All right, so let's go right across then. So I think, I wonder if you could actually make it. You might be able to actually make it going this way, which is okay too. If you got, if you just, oh, that's gonna miss, I think. Well, where'd it go? Mystery ball. Oh, it's still running out. 75, 80 feet. Whoa. Unfortunately, I can't see it. It's 100 feet. Oh, man. That ran out pretty far. I didn't get the chance to see it. There we go. Oh, I just slid by. You'd have to, I don't know. That ball's going to be cruising. It's going to be cruising. All right. I guess so. He had a great partner. Yep. Number 6 through 12 guys, where the difference was this time. Yep. Yep. They had a pretty solid team up and down. I mean, Moore came up huge, to end that match there. That was big. The Eagle birdie or Eagle birdie par. I guess he finished. Okay, let's finish off some more of these walls here. What angle do we want? Do we want to do that? Or should we keep it? Maybe I'll keep more of the angle. How about that? That could work. And do like so. Just kind of do a funky little design here. Oops. I got the shadow to work off of. There we go. Let's come around. Can't get too crazy. Alright, so how about, let's go with that. If you putt it out that way and miss, well, not much I can do about that. But interesting to see though, if you were to come here, if you come here and it hits and just trickles out the side, I wonder if that might stop. Let's do this. Let's save it. I like to try and remember to save often. Sometimes I don't, but I have to try and do it. So this makes it a little interesting. Let's see what happens if we can. See what happens if it just comes out. Come on, ball. Oh boy. All right. Well, I suppose if you do that, you're in trouble. There it goes. Mystery putt. We don't get to see it, so we're gonna rewind and rewind again. All right, so let's. Does it kick out this time? Oh, there it goes. Ah, I can't see it though. It's not letting me forward. Let's see where it ends up. 100 feet. Yep, right around 100 feet, so I'm going to be that 15, 20 feet behind the flag. Yep, there it is. All right, so that seems to be where you like to finish up. So it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, let's try this one again. Let's try this and see if we go over here. What happens? Will it go into that? Oh no, it just shoots right across. Oh. I mean, I don't know if I can make it perfect like to avoid that, but it's probably gonna kick past that opening every time. Yeah, and then it gets stuck over there. Well, that could just be the danger of trying to go this way. Oh, that's even worse. Oh no. All right, well, I suppose you could hit it backwards up the hill and have it come back down. You could always do that. Interesting. Just making for a very interesting little shot. Ah, okay. So you gotta be, whoops, you gotta take it out this side. I shouldn't be showing the secret. Maybe I'll mix up the break a little bit when I go to publish. So it comes off there, and unfortunately I can't advance. It's going out to 100 again. So even that goes out. It always kicks out to 100. I'm imagining, places. I'm imagining this in TDC2 with waterfalls and windmills. Yes. I don't. There is a windmill in there, but it's huge. It's it's as big as a house. Not quite that big, but kind of get the idea. Nothing little one, not little ones like little mini putt-putt courses. Um, should I angle this more? Unfortunately, I didn't get to see. Hold on. Let's do this. What if we do here, play from here? Now we can see the hole, I think, right? Yeah. So what happens if you're coming down here? Okay. Let's try a few different spots here. Or is it going to all be the same? It might all be the same. I might need to angle that a little bit more towards the hole. So it kicks off farther towards the hole, I should say. Yeah, because it's a little better. I'm gonna angle that more towards the hole, which could serve two purposes. It could end up killing the ball a little bit better. Let's just move this out of the way so we can get out of there now. Get it back here. So if we put more of an angle on it, let's try that. See what happens there. Don't want it to hit that little edge sticking out. All right, let's try that now and see how that looks. A lot of testing on this one to figure out what it's going to look like. Did I change the angle at all? Because it seems like it just stayed the same. Maybe when I moved it, I put it right back. I don't know. Let's go back. Let's put more. There we go. There we go. We're going to make sure we put more angle on this because, yeah. Now I know exactly what the angle was before. Now, that could be, that could be too much, but we'll try it. Let's see. You know what? Let's do this. Let's move it so we get that old one out of the way first. That was pretty good right there. I don't want to screw it up. Leave it right there. Alright, so we've definitely got more angle now. That I'm 100% sure of. Alright. Let's come back here. Oh, dummy. That's not what I wanted. Hit the wrong one. Hit the wrong one. I don't want to play the hole. I want to play from here. Let's do that. Play from here. There we go. Alright, so now let's look at this angle here and see what happens. Ooh. Ah, okay, that's better. I like that. I like that. That could have potential. I don't know. It may just come off the same every single time, though. If you get that far back, you're not getting there, so that's okay. Let's go back. And let's try. Let's see if we get closer to the end here. That ended up on the right side of the hole. The first time I went to the left, so the angle is there, the potential. It's got to be, I think, right? Yep, because that's going to the left. That missed to the left, so the angle is there for it to happen. Okay. Now the question is, do we just leave it flat? Do I put some brakes in? I don't really want to change this angle though. I would like to kind of keep that. But we could always add in brakes back behind back here. So if you get back here, then, well, then you're going to be in trouble. So we could do something, raise it up a little bit, make some funky brakes in there. Could do something like that. So that makes it a little tougher to make your putt and get back there, but it shouldn't. Well, if nothing else, if you're going left, this could actually bring it back a little bit. That's okay. I think I'm going to leave that. Let's save her up again. All right, I think this has got potential here, folks. I think this one has potential. The one tricky part, which I mean, I don't know that I could solve that, is if you do hit here, it's gonna kick across. I mean, unless I brought this forward a little bit. Oh no, actually no. I don't want to bring that forward. Well, I don't want to make it so that if you hit over here, I don't want you to go down there though. I want you to have to make that perfect little putt to go right through. If you hit this wall, it really should. If anything, I should really bring this wall farther up, closer, so that if you hit it, you're going to kick farther over this way. But every time I hit it, it went across, so. And I guess that's just the breaks of the game. If you get stuck up here, then quite the difficult hole, I suppose, right? All right, so this could be pretty good. I don't know. I can't bring the boards up to surround it, kind of like around the tee box, like I did with these. I suppose I could bring the wall. Well, Blue says it's good as it is. You should be punished for missing the gap off the tee. Yeah, that's what I think as well. I agree. The other thing too that I can tell you. So you see how we all know how when you do walls now, right? So you get that type of thing. in TGC2 GNCD, you're going to be able to move these walls on the axis. So I would be able to move this wall and get rid of this bottom part. That bottom part that's high off the wall, I'd be able to turn this down so it'll follow the slope. You'll be able to move rocks and walls and things on not only not only this axis, but then that axis as well. So that is another very cool thing. So that's the only thing I'm thinking is if I want to build it like that, it's going to look kind of silly. Having that big gap there, it kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, I suppose I could do that, but even that, look. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do I need to build it up to the top or no? It'll look okay without. Let's do a few and see. Kind of hard to get these. Let's build it up and look. Maybe have a true comparison of what we're looking at here. It's not bad. Well, tough to see this one. All right, let's go here. Let's get it. How does that look? Doesn't have to be straight because this is not going to be symmetrical, so to speak, but I think if we go there, let's throw a few of these in and just see what it looks like. Oops. Rats, come on. There we go. Alright. Blue said it's going to be amazing when the top designers get their hands on the GNCD and TGC2. That I am 100% confident of. I don't know. What do you think? That's not that bad. Actually better than I thought. Would be awesome if for TGC2 if you could when you can line it right along with the slope and just have one wall going right down. That would be ideal, but not the end of the world. Maybe thinking of little things. I mean, put kind of break it up a little bit. Maybe have some plants on the side. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with that. Someone wants to execute some kind of crazy shot, they can do it. Try and do something totally off the wall. Oh, see, that's right. That's what I was wondering about. Watch this go in. If it does, I'm scrapping the entire hole. No. See, that was the one thing I was thinking about. I don't know if I like that, because that just kind of ruins the whole idea of making a nice shot to go through. I may have to bring this up. I think I need to do that. Yep, because that'll make it too easy. I think I gotta, let's bring this up here. Alright, so we gotta move this. And again, gives me a, why? Why does it give me a monster wall like that? Just, oh! That's not the one. That's the one I want. Let's get rid of that. Alright, let's go back. We definitely need to... Shoot, I'm glad I tested that. That's why you gotta test. Let's go... Is it this one? Yeah. Alright, so we want this to be up here. We want to be, so if you roll off that side wall, you're going to go forward. So there you go. So that way, I mean, technically, is it still possible? Yes. If the ball were just like barely dribbling as it got right to there, I mean, it could happen. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do to prevent that. Now, let's see. Oh, uh-oh. The problem is when you start getting too far forward. I don't want to start changing everything on this now. Or did I come too far forward? Maybe I went too far forward. Darn it. All right, let's go back. Let's move this. Let's move this back a little bit. I don't think I needed to go that far up. Let's try. Pick up this wall. Come on. Come on. Dang it. Oh, I had it. I had it. Here it is. Let's just put it down. Let's move it back. All right, so let's go back to here. Let's see how that looks when we... How's that now? Woof! That's a tough one. I could move it a little bit more. I could go back a little more. Clutch Golf Club on VR. Yeah. Yes, the HTC Vive is the platform right now. I inquired if it's going to be on any of the other platforms. At the moment, it's only going to be on the Vive, but certainly it'll be something that's looked at. I can't guarantee, though, that it'll move to other VR platforms. All I know is I want to play it. I don't have a Vive, though. If I did, I'd be able to play the build right now, but I don't have a Vive. Somebody send me one. All right, you know what? Let's try it. Let's try this and see. Bluetooth. I think that looks pretty good. Like that, you have to enclose the hole somehow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I see it. Right, right. You mean the walls? Yep. Quest chat. Hey guys, I wonder if the TGC VR will have regular non-VR modes so we can get the new swing modes if we want to kind of upgrade TGC. I, well, I don't want to answer that because I really don't know the answer. I don't want to give you wrong information. I don't think so though, because I think from what I understand, they're two separate platforms. The VR was built off of TGC1, and it really has nothing to do with TGC2. But I don't know 100%, so I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. All right. So let's see what happens if we can do this now. Ooh, okay. All right. So if you miss, you're going to be in big trouble, which is okay. I mean, you got a pretty good chance to go down that side, but let's keep trying here and see what happens. Ah, did the same thing. Come on now. Just a little bit more. Okay. Kicks off. Ooh. I'm giving away the secret though, where to play this shot, but what if you just barely tap it? Nope, that moves too far. I mean, nope. Nope. Might have to actually be over here somewhere. Oh, I can't see it. Nope. Huh. I might have to change up. Might have to change up the brakes a little bit because I don't want you to be able to just get straight up and just tap it. Oh. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna stop testing like that because I'm kind of giving away what you can do. I might have to change a couple of those breaks before I publish it. It's just cool. Sorry to, no, you didn't put me on the spot. Nope, not at all. Not at all. I just haven't.
Daddy, why is this?
I haven't experienced it. No, I just put it there for the moment. You just leave it. Uh, yeah. So I haven't been able to experience it, unfortunately. But I just don't want to give out wrong information. We'll definitely have more info in the coming days. This is Blue, what controller do you use and how the hell are you so good? This is 3,400 rounds. Nice. Now that is getting your money's worth, is what I would say. He says he uses the DS4 controller. Alright, so I think we're going to go with that. I think that could work. Just out of curiosity here, let's do one more. Try and get it to that back section back there and see. Ugh. That might not go to the backs. Oh yeah, probably will. Let's see what happens. What does the putt look like if you get back here? Alright, that's not too bad. Let's do a quick spin through here and go over here. Let's just look at it. Look at it from over here real quick and see. Blue says he looked the other day and it was around that many rounds between PC and PS4. Wow. I have to look and see between my three platforms. I wonder what I have, because I know I've got over 1,000 hours on Xbox and over 1,000 on PC, but I'm not sure in terms of number of rounds. Okay, so this is good. So if you go this route and you get too far back here, then you've got a pretty tough putt. So the goal is definitely to get it through that little section there. Can you turn that down a little bit, Boo? Well, because I'm doing a video. Hey, Boo.
Yeah.
Can you turn that down a little bit? I'm doing a video, please. Thank you. So the goal, I mean, is definitely to get through that little section. So I think that works out pretty good. That's not a bad little hole there. All right, so I would love to do. It's good. I'm gonna have to really plan this one out, but I would love to do. I mean, I can't truly do it, but sometimes on those ones where you go up and it has like two different cups at the top of a hill, sort of, and if you put it in the right cup, then it goes down a little tube and maybe goes in, has the chance to go in the hole in one. But if you miss it, and it like goes into the other cup, or maybe just goes down, and then it like feeds out to a spot that's away from the hole. It's kind of like what I did there, but I'd like to create one with more elevation. That's gonna be a little bit tougher, but that's one of the holes. I don't know. It's gonna be really difficult. I might be able to sculpt it down a little bit and sort of make a little gully. I have to just do it that way, but that's gonna be quite the task to try and pull that one off. But all right, guys. Well, we got another hole built in here, so I think I'm gonna call it for today. Definitely, thanks everybody for stopping by. It's always fun to chat with you guys while we're doing something here on the stream. Oh, save. Number one rule in the designer: always remember to save, 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 save. All right, so and I'll usually do this too, save and exit. I usually do that as well. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's look at my stats. Game stats. 1,169 rounds on the PC. I know I have at least that many on the Xbox. Creation stats. 26 courses published, and that does some of my what do you call it? My HB official courses were actually published by the studio, someone in the studio. So not all of these stats are true if I can count the HB officials as well. And that's actually all I have published on this account on my PC. On the Xbox would be under the Headhunter account. So Northern Forest, most popular, 95 favorites. Tarantula, 7,518 plays. That was thanks to TGC Tours. Got tons of plays there. Upland Ridge, highest rated, 9.2 rating. No, nice. Kind of funny because it doesn't show ratings for the HB official courses, but I guess that's one sneaky way to see it. It says, wow, 52,000 public plays. Yeah, I get the benefit of getting to publish the HB official courses, so I get a lot of those. Actually, and technically, like I said, it would be higher because a few of the courses I just sent the file into the studio and they published for me, so it would probably actually be higher. But then I'll have to look. I'll try and remember that for maybe the next stream. I'll write down my Xbox stats and see what how many courses published and all that fun stuff. But anyway, guys, as always, really appreciate everybody stopping by. If you haven't hit the follow button down below, that would be awesome if you could do that. Really appreciate that. Hopefully, we'll have some more news coming soon for TGC2. I keep asking if I can do another stream, but just want to add a few more things into the builds before we do another stream. But we'll definitely let you guys know when that's going to happen because that'll be awesome. I can't wait to show off more of the stuff. I mean, I could do 2 hours on the GNCD just showing you all the new things and all the fun stuff with that. I mean, that would be a fun, just that alone. So, good stuff coming. Keep an eye on the forums as we'll definitely keep you guys updated on that type of stuff. All right. Thanks, guys. Like I said, always appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you next time. Bye.